I have so many stories here. It's crazy. Brady from Bonzo Finance shared a great kind of like tweet responding to this. And I think that it's important to keep in mind, with the Uniswap stuff. I think that so much has happened in the space that like the Uniswap stuff kind of got swept under the rug. But, Brady from Bonzo Finance tweets out or zeets out or whatever we're calling it. Saucer Swap utilizes the Uniswap version 3 code base. Regardless of the network on which this code is operating, the ruling of this case will likely affect all protocols utilizing. The Hedera network is not immune to that. So, it's one of those things to keep in mind. Again, it's what the SEC is doing is kind of insane. Uniswap is just like an open source, development company. So it's kind of crazy, but worth keeping in mind. But hard to keep in mind with everything else going on. Another thing, just from, tweets and stuff like that. This one, actually, I have to go to the Reddit for this one. But something that I kind of, always poke at and point to is a lot of times Hedera will post like either like really cool posts on Twitter or X, or like they'll post like something funny or something that also is just random and like maybe it's just a word or something. I remember one time they tweeted out like, I can't remember what it was. It was just one word and it made no sense, but it grabbed people's attention. And so like Hedera tweeted out ABFT, right? Like asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerant, and everybody lost their minds. Like everyone was retweeting it and having fun with it. And I mean, that's a great part of a social media strategy, just like throwing fun stuff out there. Got deleted. So I don't know why. It's I don't know what the cause for alarm is. I could see like, the governing council being like, we don't get it or something. But I mean, if it's that harmless, it's just literally ABFT. I don't know why tweets like that get deleted. Also too, just ripping through some stories here to kick off the show. This was great to see. So Aberdeen, this isn't really like news, but it's just, again, great to see. Aberdeen tweeted out ahead of today's crypto assets conference, that this was yesterday. So yesterday they had the conference, but Duncan Moore, also on the Hedera Governing Council, discusses Aberdeen's ambitions to tokenize assets, an approach which would allow for ownership to be fractionalized, therefore making them accessible to a wider audience. So cool, broad topic. Hedera retweets as a reminder, and I think, it really needs to be hammered, but, currently our US dollar, euro, and pound money market funds are available in token form via Arcax exchange. We expect to significantly expand the range of tokenized access to our funds. So these are tokenized on Hedera. Like when we talk about TVR, total value represented, versus, total value locked, all those different types of things. A lot of people have argued that, there isn't a ton of value tokenized on Hedera. And, I think that we're still kind of getting there from a TVL standpoint, and total value locked is a traditionally like DeFi type value KPI. But then you've got TVR, which is total value represented, which is like traditional finance stuff. So if you've got billions of dollars in money market funds tokenized on Hedera, like that's pretty exciting. It's hard to factor in now because we don't, it's hard to like get that information, but very, very cool nonetheless. Also, another great post from the I don't know what to call it now. I used to say like Twitterverse or the Twitter sphere, or whatever other terms there were. I don't know what to call it now. So this was a tweet, and I love to see this. So Charles, president of Hedera, shares, had an amazing conversation with May at Hashpack today. Always awesome to hear directly from the builders and feel solid alignment on the future. So boom, president of Hedera having a meeting with the CEO of Hashpack. That's amazing. Like that's a trend that I'm seeing that's so healthy that I think people have been screaming out for in Hedera is, the top connecting to the bottom, right? Governing council members, board members, the president of Hedera connecting to, and I don't say bottom as in like, lesser than, more so just illustrating, the hierarchy of the network that's been established. And it's just so great to see those connections happen. And also too, we also saw that Kabila gave a presentation to Lehman and folks from Hedera as well, So, I mean, like this kind of stuff just wasn't happening enough in the past. It just wasn't. And now it's happening more, and it's happening visibly. Like we've got the president of Hedera tweeting it out. So that's super, super important. Another exciting post, and this is also why I want to get this show video stuff, because it'd be so cool to be live streaming. Like all you folks listening live right now, like shout out to Hgraph Punks, Renly, Cosmic, Ham Slice, that's the greatest. Patricia, Tata, everybody. It'd be so cool for you to like just be seeing my computer screen right now. That's another reason I want to just switch to live video on X. It would be so much fun. So John Wingate from Bank Social shares, Bank Social has got deep collabs going with several Hedera council members to enable the future of finance with member-owned financial institutions. Just thought all my friends would like to know. So again, more kind of rumors, announcement of announcements, these different types of things. It sounds like for whatever reason, you know, a lot of these startups and projects on Hedera and kind of in crypto in general, coming out of their corners a bit, coming out of the woodwork. We're starting to see some of this hype cycle stuff, which I like. You know, I think that you could easily see a post like that and go, oh, is it an announcement of announcement? What is it about? But it's that kind of like, you know, hype energy that's good to see coming into the space. So I'm not opposed to it. I mean, whether you like the project or not, if you got a project that's hyping up, you know, I'd say let's build on that energy. I had John on the show recently too. That was a good convo. Also too,